When it comes to selling your house, you probably want to get the most money you can in the least amount of time with the least amount of hassle. To help you create the best pricing strategy, we've compiled research and advice from leading experts to give you the very best answers to the most common pricing issues and questions. This is the result of countless hours of market study, including the review of thousands of survey responses, as well as list price and sold price data from literally hundreds of thousands of transactions. And the research is clear. Pricing a house for sale correctly from the start is one of the most important factors in ensuring that the house sells quickly and for the highest price possible. The very best agents know the secrets to pricing a house right, and now you will too. In this video, we'll explore how the market determines price, the value of improvements, alternative pricing strategies, and what it takes to make the most of changing markets. Armed with this information, you and your real estate professional will be able to make the best, most informed decision possible. An appraisal can be ordered for many reasons. For instance, a bank will order an appraisal of a house before they agree to refinance a loan. An appraisal may tell a lender the replacement value of a home, or whether the loan is a good business decision for the bank. It can be ordered to help dispute a property tax increase or to prove replacement value of a property to an insurance company. But an appraisal won't help you determine the best price to get the house sold for one simple fact. An appraisal tells you what the lenders or the county thinks your house is worth, but it doesn't tell you what a buyer will think it's worth. A buyer will base their opinion of what the home is worth on their agent's comparative market analysis, not an appraiser's report. Just being on the market is not the same as being in the market. To get a sense of this, let's look at a graph of houses on the market at any point in time. Here we have two criteria: price and condition. Taken together, price and condition equal value. The level of value determines where the house can be found in the graph. Let's look at price. Houses at the top of this line are priced above market value. At the bottom are the houses that are the most aggressively priced. Discounted properties like foreclosures and short sales can be found in this area of the graph. The other criterion is condition. On the right-hand side, you have those homes that need the most work. They're in the least competitive condition and they haven't been staged well. As you move to the center, you've got those homes that are in pristine condition. Think of a brand new home, or homes that don't need any work. Buyers looking for homes in a certain area, in a certain price range, will get updates from the real estate agent about which houses are available right now. And you can be sure that buyers pretty quickly determine which houses are in the market and which are out of the market. In 2005, the market had expanded so that the area of houses that were in the market was much larger. Buyers would consider purchasing properties inside this whole area, and the houses in this area were attracting offers, and they were selling. In a buyer's market, this area contracts. A relative flood of foreclosures and short sale properties have shifted the picture in many markets, creating powerful price competition. This means a house that was in the market just several years ago is now out of the market. Real estate markets change all the time. You want to make sure that you're pricing the house ahead of the curve, no matter the market. Let's look at a real-world example. A house priced at $100,000 is for sale in an area that's seen price declines of 5% every 3 months. And it takes about 3 months for a house priced at $100,000 to sell. That means the same house might be listed 3 months from now for $95,000. To price the house right, a real estate professional might recommend a list price of $95,000 now to ensure that the house remains competitive with new listings. Some sellers like the idea of showing they're flexible and willing to negotiate. But pricing the house too high means running the risk of getting no offers. and then it won't matter if you're willing to negotiate if there's no one to negotiate with. Buyers who might have wanted to look at your house at the right price in the first few weeks of the listing now ignore it. They believe that either something is wrong with the house, or worse, that if they wait a bit longer, you'll lower the price again. At this point, you're just attracting bargain hunters, and in order to get their attention, any price reductions will have to be substantial. To sell, your house has to prove its value to three people: the buyer's agent, whose job it is to scout for the best homes in the buyer's price range; the buyer, who selects from these homes; and the lender, who decides whether the home is actually worth the price. Your real estate professional will take all this into consideration when helping you set the list price. To do this, your agent will create what is commonly referred to as a comparative market analysis, or CMA. A comparative market analysis allows your agent to analyze your most up-to-date local market conditions by factoring in those houses that have recently sold, houses that have recently been placed on the market or listed, houses that have expired or been withdrawn from sale, and houses that are under contract or pending. Let's look at each. Active listings. These are listings that are currently on the market. Some sellers make the mistake of looking strictly at active listings as a basis for setting their list price. The problem with this strategy is that the only thing we know about active listings is that they have not sold. So while knowing what our competition is selling is part of the puzzle, it's not the only piece. Withdrawn and expired listings are much like active listings. These homes haven't sold either after being on the market for some time, and in some cases even going through several price reductions. Usually, these homes were overpriced or had major issues that deterred buyers. By analyzing the records of withdrawn and expired listings, your agent can determine where those pricing strategies went wrong. That information can help you see the power of getting the price right at the outset. Your agent will also analyze sold and pending listings. Unlike active, expired, and withdrawn listings, sold and pending listings can show what prices are attracting buyers and getting offers. Your agent's comparative market analysis will help you to determine where the market has been, where it's going, and where it's not. To be a successful seller, you'll need this knowledge to know where to set your price. If you're thinking about making repairs to your home before selling, talk to your agent about which repairs are necessary and which might not be. If you've made significant improvements to your home to make it into your dream, you probably already know that you're not going to get full value for these improvements at resale. In fact, aside from replacing the front door, no home improvement project gave back more than an 85% return on investment. At best, that's a 15% guaranteed loss on your money. Recent improvements can help your house make a buyer's shortlist, but to first catch the buyer's attention and then to be the one the buyer ultimately chooses, pricing matters most. So, be sure to speak to your agent about what features matter before you do any more repairs to your house. Selling your house is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, and you don't want to go it alone. You wouldn't perform surgery on yourself, so why would you sell your house without the help of a professional? Your real estate agent has provided this video because they care and want to help. Now that you have more information, you'll want to put that information into action. At the very least, begin with calling your agent to learn how they can help you to sell your home for more money in the least amount of time with the least amount of hassle. So how do you know if your home is in the market or out of it? It's really as simple as showings and offers. If you think you've priced your house right and you haven't had any showings, the market is telling you that you're out of the market. But what if you've priced it so that you're getting showings but no offers? Statistics show that if your house has been listed for 2 weeks with showings but no offers, you're in this area, no buyer's land. It's in this area that you're attracting the attention of buyers, but you're only helping to sell the house down the street. What's more, research shows buyer interest in properties generally declines sharply after the first several weeks. That means that showings without offers in the first 2 weeks are not only selling the competition, they mean you're going to lose buyer attention quickly in the very time when you need it most. Your goal is to get an acceptable offer early. So if you've got no showings and no offers in 2 weeks, you're probably out of the market. If you've got showings but no offers, you're closer and maybe on the market, but not close enough to be in the market. Once you've got your house in the market, all the tools your real estate professional has can be used to get you the most amount of money in the least amount of time with the least amount of hassle. Staging a house is a bit different from improvements made over the years. The focus of staging is to declutter and depersonalize the house so that potential buyers can readily imagine themselves living there. This might mean some landscape improvements to enhance curb appeal, putting some furniture in storage, moving items so that there's a clear path into each room, taking down the family photos, and repainting as necessary. A properly staged house can result in a quicker sale and a gain of as much as 1% on the sale of the average house. And the best part is that you don't have to guess what will make your house more appealing to buyers. Your real estate agent can arrange an appointment with a stager to make sure your house shines in comparison to the competition. If you're falling behind on your mortgage payments, you may be faced with a sudden need to sell your house. You should know that you're not alone. Millions of homeowners across the nation face the prospect of a foreclosure or short sale. And while the most compassionate buyers may understand your situation, their lenders won't, and will only lend for the current market value of the house. If you need to sell your house quickly, your best bet is to price that house to sell. The reality is that buyers, like you, are interested in getting the most value for their money, which means they won't be looking at what you paid for the house or what you still owe, only what it's worth. And studies show that the best way to get the most money from the sale of your house is to price it so you get an offer within the first 2 weeks it's on the market. Many sellers like the idea of pricing the house high at first to test the waters. This strategy certainly helps to sell houses. Unfortunately, the irony is that the house that sells won't be yours. That's because pricing your house high only provides a high comparable for other houses for sale in your area. And don't be fooled by all the showings you've been getting at a higher price point. The fact is that many buyer's agents will actually show your house to clients with the aim of showing what a steal the house down the street really is. For those buyers, seeing is believing. A recent survey found that sellers who followed their real estate professional's recommended price sold their houses 38 days faster, for up to 2% more, and with fewer price reductions than those who didn't. Smart sellers price right in order to get good offers early, in the first couple of weeks. You don't want to do anything that risks your house becoming old and stale in the eyes of buyers and buyer agents. Yes, a buyer can always make an offer. You just want to make sure it's on your house.